Welcome back, guys, to Picking a Fight. I'm Jeff.
I'm Latch.
And today we're going to talk about one of the fights on UFC Fight Night, Vicente Luque against Belal Muhammad. Today we're going to talk about Andre Fialho against Miguel Baeza. Andre Fialho is 14-4. He's 28 years old. He's 6 feet on the dot, 74 reach. His last bout was against Michel Pereira. It was his UFC debut. This is going to be his second fight in the UFC. We're going to see how it goes. Then we got Miguel Carmel Thunder Baeza on the other side. He's 10-2, 29 years old. He's 6 foot 2 inch, 2 inches tall, 74.5 inch reach. It looks like he's going to have the reach and the height advantage in this bout. His last two fights, his recent one was a loss to Chaos Williams, and the one before that was a loss to Santiago Ponzinibbio. What you think, Latch?
I think this is going to be a pretty technical fight until it isn't. I think both guys have almost identical styles. Both guys keep high guards. They like to keep their punches straight. They like to strike. I think Miguel Baeza, he does a lot better job of adding his kicks to the mix. I think he throws the low calf kick most often, and the leg will be there from Fialho. Both guys tend to stand real narrow, real upright, so the legs will be there to chew out, and I think Baeza will be the one who'll do it best. I think Fialho had a pretty good debut, especially since it was short notice against someone like Pereira, who's very unpredictable, very big, very strong, and very powerful. I think he still did a pretty good job. I think he stole a round from him, and that was on pretty short notice. So now he has time to prepare, and he has another tough task against Caramel Thunder. You know, this guy, he's very technical, straight punches. His jab, his cross is really powerful, really lands. He's gotten a lot of finishes, but he's actually been on a little skid. You know, he was undefeated coming to the UFC. And now he only has 2 losses in his career, and it's been his last 2. Yeah, so and those were pretty tough fights. You know, it was a pretty much fight of the night, or maybe possibly fight of the year against Santiago Ponzinibbio. Yeah. And then he was doing pretty well until he wasn't against Chaos Williams, a big power puncher. And now even though Fialho was not ranked or anything, it's still another tough task, but I think it's a little easier because he's a striker, and I think he's gonna be although they have similar styles. I think Baeza is the much cleaner at it. You know, I think he's a little better. You could tell he's a little more experienced. Fialho can get a little wild, and the fact that both guys like to counter punch, I think this fight will kind of lead into the favor of Baeza. He really likes to counter, and his technique is just cleaner. And he has the biggest, out of the two, he has the bigger threat for the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. You know, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And so I think, if anything, he has the advantage there as well. So I think Baeza, I think he gets this done by knockout. I think Fialho tends to reach, and then when he starts to lead, he leaves himself open for the counters. You know, he forgets to pull. He kind of just stays there and gets countered, and Baeza does have the power to knock him out. If anything, it goes to decision for Baeza, but I can see Baeza finishing it, so I'm going to go ahead and say Baeza by knockout. What do you think?
I have to agree with you. I think Miguel Baeza is going to win. I think coming into the UFC and being undefeated, just proves that he was at a higher level coming in, but the UFC competition is at, I would say, a very high level. So Andre Fialho, he lost. If I had to say, Michel Pereira is not better than Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Ponzinibbio is a lot sharper too. So I think the fact that Miguel was standing like toe-to-toe with Santiago Ponzinibbio has me convinced that he's going to be more technical, and I think he's also going to get the finish against Andre Fialho. All right, so that's it, guys, for this bout. Make sure to tune in to the other videos we're doing. We're doing the main event, Vicente Luque against Belal Muhammad, and we're also doing the co-main event that is Gotzi versus, I'm going to just keep it short, Gotzi versus Caio, right?
Caio.
Yeah, very difficult name for these two fighters, but yeah, we're also gonna cover those fights, so make sure to tune into those, and make sure to like and subscribe if you like this content. We're always trying to improve to give you guys better content, so yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, support the channel, and yeah, we'll see you next time. It's gonna be a great night of fights.
See you.